I'm Jillian Wilson with Wilson and Associates in the Wilson Law Group.
I'm Robbie Wilson with Wilson Associates in the Wilson Law Group. We're here today to talk about the scholarship for the Rural Access to Justice Fellowship. Our father in 2001, Robbie Wilson, created an endowment with the Arkansas Bar Foundation to award scholarships to students here at the William H. Bowen School of Law and the University of Arkansas School of Law, and that has continued to evolve over the years.
And we have 2 scholarships that go to an ethics scholarship, a student who is outstanding in ethics. And we also, in 2019, directed funds to this Rural Access to Justice fellowship that we are talking about today.
And today we've got our recipient here.
My name's Hugh Pascoe. I'm a 2L into the William H. Bowen School of Law. I'm from Conway, Arkansas. I went to undergrad at Arkansas State University, and I am a recent father, new father. So that's all kind of my whole summary right there.
Congratulations.
Yes. So, okay, Hugh, talk to us about what inspired you to apply for the Rural Access to Justice Fellowship and why rural legal work is important to you.
Yeah, I think after finishing up my 1L year, you go into on-campus interviews and you get to decide your clerkships. I was very nervous about it. I kind of had no idea what I wanted to do going into law school, so was really open to all the choices and all the options. I did know that public service was something that's kind of been on my heart for a little bit, and that's something that's important to me. And looking through all the options, knowing I had a child on the way, I knew I needed probably to be responsible and get a job and have some funds coming in, but just was nervous about picking something maybe on the not as much money side or something like that. Was nervous about it, but once I saw the scholarship or the fellowship opportunity, it kind of inspired me to look into those areas, and I hadn't done that yet. And that's when I found the Arkansas Rural Health Partnership, and they immediately connected when I applied to their fellowship, and it's just something that has been probably the best summer of my life, including the child. But this scholarship has just opened up that opportunity that I would have never looked at before, and it's something I'm really, really appreciative of.
Great. So speaking of your summer, where was your fellowship this summer?
Yeah, so it was at the Arkansas Rural Health Partnership. They had a SAMHSA grant to work with rural drug courts focused on Arkansas County and Ashley County, and got to spend a lot of time there and work with kind of a research project side and their peer support specialist with the drug courts, and got to work a lot with them, and it was awesome.
If you could share one message with other law students or future lawyers about serving rural communities, what would that be?
Yeah, there's a huge need. Going into law school, I know everyone's got that job on their mind. It's got that, where am I going to end up? And it's just going to rural Arkansas, and I mean, how much of 40-something% of Arkansas is rural, so there's so many opportunities to connect with communities, and such a close-knit family in those rural communities that you can just hop on in, and it's been something I've really, really been excited to see, and from being from Arkansas, it's been really special.
Awesome. And Hugh, I know you've had some very memorable things happen this summer, but could you share a memorable experience from your summer working in a rural community that really highlighted the need for accessible legal services?
Yeah. There's a couple. There's I'd say the most memorable, and I'll start a little solemn, because I got to actually the Arkansas Rural Health Partnership has 3 peer support specialists on their staff, and I got to interview them, and just sitting down with them and hearing their stories. I mean, just from hearing their work that they currently do, you're already thinking that they're superheroes. I get to meet these people who are changing people's lives like every day. And then once you get to hear their story, this is how they were affected by addiction, overcame it, and now are helping other people do the same. And there was some craziness, really hard stuff in their stories, and it was kind of a really a very memorable part of the summer. And then I'll finish with a more happier one. Whenever you get to for people who graduate drug court, it's kind of one of the happiest days. You get to see everyone has a big celebration, and everyone's super supportive. So I got to see that side of the hard work of people putting in to get those people to graduate, and then got to see them celebrate, and it was really awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. Let's see. What did you notice about the barriers rural Arkansans face when trying to access legal help?
Yeah, so going in, I knew there was a need for lawyers, and I was kind of assuming that was just kind of the only barrier. We just needed more lawyers. But getting to visit rural Arkansas, you see all the different aspects and levels to it. There's there's poverty, there's transportation needs, there's so many different things of even just awareness of people don't really know that they can go into discounted legal, or they can get legal work for cheaper and stuff like that. And it's maybe even the stigma of lawyers down there or in rural Arkansas. So I think all those together combined to a big, there's some barriers definitely, but nothing that people who are really passionate about their jobs can't overcome. So it's cool to see.
And how has the fellowship influenced your career goals or the way you envision practicing law in the future?
Yeah. So going into law school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was kind of lean. I had a couple tiny leans. I didn't want to do specifically criminal law, but then I got into law school, and criminal law was one of my favorite classes. So it's kind of one of those things where you don't know it until you do it. And it's just the opportunity I've gotten with the ARHP. Even just starting out, I didn't think it could turn into something I wanted to do long term. I just was going to test the waters, but it's something I could 100% see myself doing in the future. And even now, I'm working with my new clerkship is with the Arkansas Association of Counties, and it's tied to that. It's just seeing the impact of addiction on Arkansas is something that you can't really shake, and I definitely see myself putting myself forward to that fight, and I really want to make change there. So I think this scholarship has really given me the opportunity to see that.
It's awesome. We're really excited to meet you and hear about all this stuff. We're happy to hear what you're doing and making a difference. And we look forward to talking to you over the coming months and years and see where you head.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys so much. It's I definitely wanted to thank you guys for this opportunity. I knew me and my wife were. I didn't want to have the baby completely be a lone baby, just have only on loans. And the scholarship was just such a big windfall. It was a safety net that we needed. So much the stress was just taken off our shoulders just from applying to the scholarship. And I wanted to really thank you guys for that.
Thank you. Congrats, man. We're excited for you.
Thank you.